What's up, guys? I'm back. I'm back here in a video today. Okay, folks. So I'm back here in a video today, obviously. So right now, I'm gonna be doing our album review for some metal music and stuff. Like just one, folks. So the band I got here, like the band I'm gonna be reviewing today is a metal band from Brazil, and that is Sepultura and stuff. And the album I got here is Chaos AD and stuff. Like just one, folks. So talking about Sepultura, they're obviously um a metal band from Brazil, obviously, and stuff. And if you guys know, they're originally formed by the Cavalera brothers. We got Max as the vocalist, and obviously Igor as the drummer and stuff. Like just one, folks. Deals, just great. So obviously with Sepultura, in my opinion, the earlier albums, like the first few albums, we'll say, in my opinion, they're more of like a death metal sound and stuff. Mainly with like the first album, Morbid Visions. Like to me, that's more of like death metal sounding or something where like it has like death metal elements and stuff. Just in my opinion, the first few albums are more of like death metal sounding and stuff. Not like those albums are like fully death metal, but one, folks. And obviously, this like I'm gonna say like switch genres. We'll say like they're obviously still within metal, obviously, but subgenres. We'll say they switched and one, folks. And so about this album I got here, Chaos AD and stuff. And this album was released in 1993 and stuff. And one, folks. And so for this album, like you guys heard me say, this album was released in 1993 on Roadrunner Records, obviously. Like just one, folks. This just great. So if we're looking at the band members, obviously, we obviously got Max Cavalera on the vocals and rhythm guitar, and obviously Igor on the drums and stuff. We got Paulo Jr. on the bass, and we got Andreas Kisser on the other guitar player. And from what I know, he's like the only guy in the band that's like he's the only current member that is like active, like in terms of being in the band and stuff. And basically, I'm trying to say is Andreas Kisser is the only guy in the band that's like stuck around and stuff. Like just one, folks. Like you guys obviously know after um basically after 1996, we'll say Max broke up, and you guys obviously know how that went down and stuff. Like just one, folks. So right now, you guys are gonna hear me talk about the music style and what I noticed and stuff. So obviously, you guys know the previous albums from Sepultura, like before this album, Chaos CD, were like more on the thrash metal side, with obviously albums like Beneath the Remains and Arise, we'll say. And like, you guys know those albums were like pure thrash metal albums, we'll say. And with this album, like I mean, I noticed some fast paced elements like in some of the songs, but there's obviously a big change in the songs on this album, featuring more of like a groove style playing, like more like heavy, slow paced groove riffs and just like heavy powerful riffs, obviously, and one folks and all of that stuff. Like you guys obviously know all of that stuff. We'll say if you guys are familiar with this band, one folks. So talking about Max Cavalera on the vocals. I mean, like, if you guys know, I don't want this to come off the wrong way, but to me, his vocals have always been like, um, on like the angry side or something, or like, that's the best way I can describe it. Like more on like aggressive, angry side, I'll say, and one folks, and obviously, his vocals on this album is what I noticed is like angry and aggressive and just all of that stuff and completely different from the early albums obviously and stuff like just one folks and one folks and so overall so now time to go on the track list here. So there's a good amount of tracks on here and stuff and there's a good amount we'll say and just great. So from what I'm looking at here, like I might be counting this wrong, but from what I'm looking at, there's a total of like somewhere between 10 to 11 songs is what I was able to count and stuff. Like one folks and all of that stuff. So from what I'm looking at here, it's looking like there's a total of 12 tracks on the album and stuff. So close, I was close enough and stuff. Like just one folks. So overall, if we're going over some of my favorite tracks on the album, I'll say some of my favorite tracks are Territory, um, Propaganda, and Amen. But overall, the album is great from start to finish and stuff. So right now is basically when I'm going to be ending today's video off and stuff. Like I don't want to go any further with today's video. Like I simply don't. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. And peace out, everybody.